pasa nada, oiga. Entienda.
Everybody's been hitting me up about In-N-Out.
Oh yeah, Sam actually hit me up today, after we got home, and she goes, "Oh, like, do you prefer Whataburger or In-N-Out?" And I was like, honestly, like, I'm still trying to fill out Whataburger, but honestly, like, I prefer In-N-Out still. And then I was like also mentioning that like the bread is different from In-N-Out, and like she was saying that like she prefers In-N-Out still.
Yeah, still.
Because it kind of seems like Whataburger is like not fresh, and In-N-Out gives you that fresh experience that like, oh, they just made it.
Yeah.
And like Whataburger is kind of like
fast food.
It's not really fresh.
That's what. That's one of the things is like when people try to compare the two, you know.
Yeah.
When people try to compare the two, I can't compare it because In-N-Out, I think of like, okay, a fresh burger. That's what it is. That's like their whole thing. It's everything is made fresh. Whataburger, it's good for fast food. For, if I think like, I went out like on a Friday night or whatever, and I want fast food, something that's gonna hit like fast food. It does hit, but I think there are different kinds of burgers for show.
Yeah.
I still do like In-N-Out better, but like today we went to Whataburger, and I was craving it. I was, it was just one of those things where it's like, oh, you have to want it. It's actually our second time eating it since we've been here, but for the first time, we were in San Antonio, I think.
Yeah. For the first time, I just thought it's completely different. Like the bread is different, the flavor of the burger is different, or like even the chicken sandwich. Like it just seems kind of like not basic. I don't want to call it basic, but
it's your opinion,
It just seems like bland. So to me, like, no se me antoja. I got a Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich, and it was pretty good. I would rate it a like 7.5 out of a 10.
It's not bad. Yeah, to me it's like an 8. But as far as comparing it to In-N-Out, I think you can. And to me, yeah, In-N-Out is better per se. Oh, I can eat it, but I'm not in the mood for it all the time. Like I'm not obsessed with it.
Like here and there.
It goes both ways, Anyways, I guess that's our little intro. Whataburger. Yeah. You guys, welcome to the first episode of No Pasa Nada podcast. It's our first attempt, our first little episode. We still are getting all our gear together. We don't really have a lot of gear. I actually had some gear back at home, but it's actually in storage right now. Maybe when we get all that, we can have a little bit more gear to get ourselves situated and better audio and stuff like that. But No Pasa Nada, that's what we're calling it, the podcast first episode. We're going to get into, mostly just what we're up to, what we're doing, things we've gone through, things we're up to. I don't know, probably self-growth, a lot of reflection on ourselves, traveling, I do music, I do a little bit of photography, Instagram, we've been trying to do that.
Post more TikToks.
Post some TikToks, that's, and just talk about what goes on in our lives, really.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, our experiences and how we've, tough times we've gone through, good times we've gone through, how we've, managed to cope with these things and how we've learned to grow and get past, certain situations, certain obstacles we faced in life, But that's basically what we're going to get into. As of now, we've moved to a whole new state, whole new town, city, we're getting to know the area, don't know anybody. So it's a bit of a crazy thing, we decided to take a drive so we could do a little road trip, stop by and, a couple states. We were in Arizona for a little bit. That was fun, How did you feel about that whole little road trip and staying in we stayed in a couple spots, but I think the spot we stayed the most was Arizona, what we enjoyed the most.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy the whole traveling aspect and just seeing more to the world and stuff. And like the sceneries and like just looking at mountains. Like, it's cool just to see something different and change the environment. So it was fun coming over here. Like, I always enjoy traveling with you because, like, we just talk about.
Yeah, we definitely weren't in a rush to finish the road trip. I think we were going with the flow.
Yeah,
wherever
just
we
definitely
stopped,
took our time, and whatever got presented for us, we just.
So I've done quite a bit of traveling myself, over my entire life. For you, you kind of just got into it like these past couple of years. You've been kind of traveling with me a little bit more here and there, You flew, right? You flew for the first time, I want to say, like maybe 2 years ago, a year ago?
I think 2 years ago, it feels like.
Yeah. How is that compared to, taking a road trip, and what are the pros and cons, or what do you like? What do you like more per se?
I'm going to say, honestly, I like the drive more.
Yeah.
Because
I like road tripping. I do.
I don't know. I feel like I gain a lot of more experience by just being in the car and just looking around and like stopping at like a store and just checking out new things that they have and just stopping little cities that I've never been to. Flying, honestly, it makes me a little anxious because the turbulence and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also a cool experience to see the world at a different level.
Yeah.
But personally, I would prefer the driving. But if I can do both, I can do both. There's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah, I know. I remember your first time flying. You were pretty scared. It was a crazy experience. Me, I was like a veteran. I was like, let's go. We're going to the airport. Here's the lounge. Here's the food. Let's go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta get there. This early. We gotta find our gate and then come back. We'll go get breakfast. Blah. So I think it was pretty cool. I enjoyed kind of getting to be that person to guide you and navigate, navigate you through that process. It was a lot of fun. But I think I would have to say, there's just something fun about road tripping, about driving. I like that. I enjoy it a lot. We've, found so many cool places, so many restaurants and little shops, and met so many people just along the way whenever we've done a road trip, and to anywhere. It's just cool because we always go with the mindset of it's not really about the destination, it's about the journey. And I think that's our whole little, view on life, and that's where our saying comes from, that no pasa nada, cualquier cosa, no pasa nada, no pasa nada. Like, we'll see,
A ver qué pasa.
Yeah, because, it wasn't always, like the trip, was 100% perfect too. We come across things along the way or little obstacles where we're like, oh dang, what are we gonna do now? Sometimes it's not really planned, But I think a lot of our mindset is like that one. No pasa nada. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
A ver qué pasa.
Yeah, a ver qué pasa.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. But it definitely gave us, I think, a different outlook on life, a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
And it made us really love the journey, and I think like I said, it made us realize that with a lot of things that we do and a lot of things in life with the journey, like some of the what we're trying to do right now, like our main goals being right here, because we don't really know anybody, we don't know a lot of the area, the town. We are going out trying to find new places, new spots, new stores, and kind of get situated. Joanna and I we're really fortunate right now to have the time to take a couple months. Really, we've been taking a couple months off from working, from really doing anything, and we've kind of just been chillaxing,
trying to recenter ourselves and remind ourselves. To
reinvent ourselves a little bit too. I think we've been
focus on like what we really want to do and our goals, and trying to reconnect with ourselves individually and maybe together as a couple.
As well,
But just to see like what we really want to do next in our
and we're very fortunate to have that opportunity, that we're have all this extra time right now where we're really just focusing on the things we want to do and doing things that we love, and spending our days just hanging out and trying to be productive in our own way, and really finding what we like to do, and with that comes, like I said, we've been trying to focus on, one of our main focuses is we've been working out. We've been hitting the gym,
Yes.
I think we're still early on. I'd say really I'd have maybe about a month and a half, 2 months. I want to say 2 months because I was gymming before we left. Yeah. 2 months. I'm finally starting to see a little bit of difference, a little bit of change in me, results, maybe not so much physical. I mean, I have had people tell me, hey, you look a little skinnier, hey, you look a little more fit. It's hard to see it yourself, I think, when you're seeing yourself every day. But as far as like endurance and stamina, and I'm not tired and all that stuff, I've definitely been feeling it, and it's really pushed me to keep going and really make it a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of our main goals that we're doing here right now, especially that we don't really know anybody. Like, we get bored, I'm like, let's go to the gym, let's go work out, and you really got into it. I want to
recently
congratulate you because you really been putting in the work, and I know it was a little difficult for you because you never really worked out per se. You never really were like a person that like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I would say this is the first time you've taken the gym really serious. I know you've worked out with me a couple times here and there, but this is the first time we really sit down and like
actually put more work and commit into.
We've been going every day. We've been setting goals. We're watching what we eat. We're not dieting or anything, but we're really focusing on having just an overall healthy lifestyle. Yeah. How do you feel with that? Like working out and stuff too.
I'm still trying to, I guess, get used to it, being consistent and pushing yourself every day that I go. But right now, like, I haven't gone for too long, and I just feel like I'm kind of showing results already. Like, you tell me, and like even me looking at myself in the mirror, I could tell like I feel a little happier, and like even like the stuff that I'm trying to work on, like I feel like I see a difference. The only thing I would say I don't like about the gym is just the soreness, but I think maybe with time, maybe I will start to like it, and maybe it will like see more improvements in my body. It will make me want to go more to the gym. Yeah. But for the most part, it's cool. I'm taking this as like a try to be the best version of myself and seeing what I can do for myself, and just having something else to do while we're just hanging around until we get things set up for us. But for the most part, I think it's going really well. I'm very hopeful for
So is that like one of the main goals you have, or do you have any other like minor goals or things you want to do for yourself or for us, while we're here? Because I know I have some, I definitely have some stuff in mind, and I'm trying to work on little things here and there. I know you see me kind of work around the house and stuff too, I
think for me, I definitely, moving over here to Texas, I'm taking this as like just branch out, try new things. I'm young. I don't have any kids. We don't have any kids. So why not? Like, if one day I maybe want to try yoga, like why not? Like, I want to learn new hobbies, get into more hobbies, find myself.
So that's what I'm saying. What do you have anything in mind, like specific right now? Like, I mean, well, me for example, I've noticed right now, like these past couple of days. All right. So you've made it about halfway through the podcast, first episode. I want to take the time to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys listening to anything I have to say or watching any videos that I've posted and even taking the interest. You're amazing. You're awesome. Thank you. With that being said, this was the first episode, and I just want to give you guys a fair warning that since we mentioned in the beginning, this was the first time trying to get the gear together and everything to work. I'm in the middle of editing right now, and I don't have the second part. As far as the video goes, somehow I only have the audio. So for the next 15 or so minutes, it's only going to be the audio. If you'd like to continue watching, thank you so much. If you're like, F that, I'm out, that's cool too. But yeah, for this next half, we only have the audio, so hopefully for the second episode, everything will be better. I promise it will be. I'm gonna make sure I have everything correct and everything for the second episode, so stay tuned for that. It's already filmed. I'm in the process of editing that one too. So yeah, thank you. No Pasa Nada, episode 2. be on the lookout for that. You've been journaling. You've been reading a lot. You've been, I think, taking a lot of time for yourself to really reflect on yourself and really go out there. You know, you've been in the backyard a lot on the hamaca, you know, relaxing a little bit. But I know you're not like relaxing and like dozing off. I can tell you're relaxing. You're really reflecting on things. You're reflecting on yourself.
Yeah, I just been just reflecting on myself in the sense like, what do I want in my life and things that make me happy, and just really reconnecting with myself and like finding the person, or actually becoming the person that I want to be, and the steps that I need to take. And like, if I want to start getting healthier, like I need to go to the gym more. Or like if I want to start learning new recipes and cook, like I want to learn to cook more and new recipes, and learn just literally about everything, about life, adulting.
Adulting, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Adulting, you know, I think it's really one of the first times where you're this is forcing you to maybe come out of your shell a little bit, and you know, you're really by yourself more. So you're kind of forced into doing a lot of these things, but I think that's a good thing, you know. Yeah, sometimes it's good to be pushed into out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, know? And definitely living back in California, it was.
You've gotten a bit of a following, you know, like on TikTok. I think I've seen your numbers go up a little bit. I've seen your followers go up. You know, I know I've been trying to kind of encourage you to keep posting and stuff, and a lot of it is consistency, you know. But what's up with that? Like, you feel like you want to keep posting, you want to make more videos? Do you feel like there's a specific thing you want to get into? Because I know my TikTok or whatever, it's kind of just like random, you know. It's random, but it's all random stuff that I do. So it's like, if we take a trip, I made a video about a trip. If I want to record a song or something, or like a little snippet of me playing music or an instrument, you know, it's that. Or it's just a trendy like TikTok that like I found amusing or I liked, so I wanted to recreate it or whatever, you know. Yeah. And thankfully I'm at the point where it's like, right now I'm posting this and I'm doing all this, but I'm doing it for fun. It is fun. I think we're enjoying it a lot.
I think that's how I'm seeing TikTok too right now, at least, while I'm trying to figure out like really what I want to go with it. But right now I'm having fun just recording and just posting it. See where it goes.
Yeah, it is fun. I think when you remove that pressure or that like idea of like, dang, what are people gonna say? What are, you know, my friends, my coworkers, my family, and you really tell yourself, you know, who cares? It's just for fun, and you really enjoy the process of like us going out and filming and you know, and just getting like, you know, just our day to day, or you know, any hikes we do, you know, any workouts, like, you know.
And honestly, like with TikTok, like I just like to record things like for myself, in the sense like, oh, I could show this to my family, I could show this for my kids, I could show them to anyone, you get me? Yeah. And as well, like at first, I'm not gonna lie, like it was hard for me to post, because I did kind of have the mindset of like, oh, like I grew up over there and where we used to live in Hesperia, and so I'll be like, dang, like everyone's gonna see it. And so, but after a while, I was just like, it's okay, like I'm just gonna post. And now everyone at my old job and me and my friends are like, oh, she's a TikToker now. And I was like, I don't even see myself like that. But I just feel like I'm just posting just for funs, you know?
Yeah. And I think we definitely are in that stage of like posting just for fun still. Yeah. But I've seen, you know, any step or any amount of growth is still growth, you know? And I've seen that a lot in your account and your views, you know? Yeah. I'm not saying like, oh, we're viral or you're going viral, or, you know, my stuff is like crazy or whatever. But it is cool to see, you know, even like one or two people that comment on your stuff, you know, or people that follow you, or people that are like, hey, like I saw your video, like it was pretty cool, or
it was funny, you know.
Or our friends are being like, dang, like, oh, you did a good job editing, like it's cool, you know. Yeah. And that definitely does motivate you more, you know. But at the end of the day, I've always thought that too. Like, is it what you said? When you look back, the memories, yes. You know, I think. Especially in this generation, how things are with technology and everything, I think about like my parents and your parents, you know, and all our family, and we have all these old photo albums and old pictures. So we look back at that and we're like, dang, that must be cool. Damn, that was a cool picture of my mom, or must have been nice to visit that. I think basically it's the same thing, just on that newer level or other level, you know, of like, you know, I look back at a lot of the like the vlogs that I made. I vlogged a couple of years back. I stopped, you know. I wish I would have continued, honestly, and I get a lot of slack from my cousins that were in my vlogs with me that I should have kept going, you know.
I think you should keep going to you. Yeah. You were heading in a good direction.
Yeah, you know, I was hitting little stepping stones.
Yeah.
Little goals, and I liked it. I think it just I got distracted. I got lazy a little bit, but sometimes you and I, you know, or even with family, so we'll sit back and we'll look at the old videos, and it's funny and it's cool, and it's cool to see those memories and stuff, you know, and see those experiences. So I, you know, now that I see it in that mindset too, where it's like, you know what, this is just like a digital photo album, or it's a video that I can show my kids or my family or my grandkids or whoever, you know, can see this and look back at a time when I was, you know, 18 or 20 or 15 or whatever age, you know. And it's the same way that I see pictures of my parents when they were younger, and I'm like, damn, that's cool. Like, you know, they were my age at one point. Yeah. And this is how, you know, how they dressed, what they were going through, what they did, their hobbies. So it's really cool, and I think that's something that's really pushing me now to start vlogging again, you know. Just for the fact that, like, I want to be able to look back eventually, even if it's cringe, or even if it's like, or people, you know, or I might think like, oh, that's so ugly or this and that. But I think eventually I'm going to look back at it and be like, oh, like, I enjoyed doing this.
Yeah, I was glad that I recorded
I'm glad that something. I did that. Yeah. And you learn from those things too, you know, like I said, you might see it as cringe or whatever, but you also learn how to adapt and grow from that. Yeah. You know? I think that's a really cool thing. So maybe expect some vlogs. I don't know. I hope so. Yeah. I'm going to try to keep up with that too, you know?
Yeah. Speaking about like your parents' pictures and stuff like that, on my end, my parents took a lot of photos and stuff, but for videos, not really. Mm-hmm. So for me, like, that could be another reason why I like to record everything, is because I didn't really have that growing up. So like, for me, it's just like, oh, I want to record this for myself, and then maybe for my kids or whoever wants to watch. So like, it made me want to record a little more about my life and just random pictures and stuff. So I really enjoy like the fact that like, oh, I can look back at it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think I have that connection with my parents, especially my dad. Because, I mean, you've seen a lot. We have a lot of home videos. We have a lot. My dad always had a video camera with him. And I think that's where I get that from him. Mm-hmm. You know? And I think kind of in a certain way, I'm kind of like, he sees that and it makes him happy or something, you know, because I'm kind of living through him a little bit. Or he gets happy when I record and stuff too. You know, they'll be texting me, oh, mándame los videos, or mándame, you know, or, you know, and that's kind of cool. But I do remember my dad, you know, from very early age, he always had a video camera with him, you know, and we recorded a lot of stuff, like cuando íbamos a Mexico, and, you know, we did a lot of road trips, you know, stuff like that, and you know, family trips, family gatherings, going to visit family in Mexico a lot, my grandparents, you know, and you've seen a lot of those home videos. Yeah,
and it was pretty cool, like, even watching on my end, like, your guys' videos, because it was just like, it's cool to like, oh, like young Paulo, your parents, like, look what you guys were wearing, like, look at the area and like stuff like that.
The
like,
fashion, the 90s stuff.
How different it was, and like even just like the vibe of the city, like how much has grown and all that stuff. Like it's crazy to look back and be like, dang, at one point you guys were small. Dang, like one point that the city was very small.
And I love the way he did it too, because it was so raw. It was so raw. It was all one take. This was way before vlogging, you know. I don't know. Basically, my dad was vlogging before vlogging, now that I think about it, you know. But it was just one shot, one take. Everything was raw, shaky camera. He was like narrating behind the camera, you know. Oh, estamos aquí comiendo unos mariscos, unos cocos, you know, and stuff like that. And it's really cool because it's really nostalgic. That's the word, nostalgic, you know. Yeah, I see that and I check back, and you know, it really, I think about that, and it kind of pushes me to hey, you know, I should start doing this for me even before I have kids, before we start, you know, taking trips like that or doing stuff like that, you know, and that's something cool that I really like. I know he also gave me one of his old photography cameras. It's a film camera, you know, that I've yet to use. I've used it like once or twice, but honestly, photography too is one of my, like, I want to say passions, I guess. I don't, you know, I did it kind of as a side hustle for a while. Then I kind of just like fell back on it, did it as a hobby, and I've always kind of done it as a hobby. You know, I post whatever pictures I like that I've taken on my Instagram and stuff like that, you know. But I definitely want to start shooting more film, you know, more film cameras, and maybe get a lot of those pictures printed out and stuff too. And the photography side of it, like, I'm not looking to do it professionally, but it definitely is a passion of mine. I have fun. I enjoy taking pictures, you know, being creative, being, you know, just a creative person with it. I think it's a creative outlet for me, definitely, you know. And if people enjoy it or somebody sees that they like it, okay, cool. I like that too, you know. But those are definitely for me. It's my art for me.
Yeah.
You know, the only place I really post them is on Instagram. But you know me, I have like SD cards with a bunch of photos I never posted, a bunch of videos I never posted.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with the vlogging. I have like maybe a year and a half that I vlogged and I never uploaded.
Yeah, there's like
a couple trips that we did, a little traveling that we did, me and Joanna.
Yeah.
Some other stuff, when I was doing music back in Cali too, playing with a grupo, playing with my cousins, tocando. Like, it's cool to look back on that. Now I wish I would have edited and maybe posted all of them, but at least I have them for memories. But I'm like, dang, I should have posted them. You know,
yeah,
maybe would have, like I said, kept going with that stuff. But
I mean, the videos are there. You could always go back and edit
go back,
them.
edit, you can post some of those. If y'all want to see that, you know, even in a comment somewhere or something, hit me up, send me a message. Give me that motivation, you know. I need that motivation a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know me, if I don't post it, I'm like, I don't care. I have it for me. You know?
Yeah.
I definitely still enjoy it. You know?
I mean, you definitely know how to edit, record different shots, a different perspective, because everyone has their unique way to shoot.
Yeah, I definitely.
But I would say, like, every time when you would edit your own videos and stuff, everyone really like applaud you. Was like, dang, that was cool. Like, it was fun watching you.
Yeah, and just like with anything I do in life, I think, you know, I encourage people to do it too. Put your own style into it. You know, put yourself into it. You know, when you're making anything, any kind of art, and you know, whether it's drawing, film, photography, painting, creating, you know, or anything, just, it's good, you know, when you really put your own style into it, you enjoy it, you know, and you enjoy it for yourself, you know, and then eventually other people are going to see that in you and in your art, you know, and anything you create. I definitely, you know, I liked it, and it did help me build my skills a lot too, just by doing it over and over. You know, it's just, the editing is what takes long. I think a lot of people don't know that. You know, they see these videos, they see these TikToks. Yeah. Even if they're like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, like an hour, 2 hours of editing for just like a 10-second clip, you know, 30-second clip. Sometimes
recently just, like, I didn't start getting editing until like now when I post my TikToks, and I don't even do anything too crazy now, but even when I do like a simple video, it takes forever, and I'm like, oh, you are right, like, there is a lot of work to do in editing, and it does get like, you know, it's tiring, you know, like, props to you, because
thank you.
It's definitely a work. It's harder than it kind of looks like.
It's a process. You know, I'm not a pro, I'm not the best or whatever, but I'm definitely me, you know.
Yeah, you definitely have your own style.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all we've been up to. That's little taste of our podcast, of what we plan to do. You know, like I said, the audio might be a little off. You might hear a little bit of echo. We're sorry for that. But honestly, we don't have too much time. We just got here to the house. Empty. We're on some lawn chairs right now.
Yeah.
Las cortinas todas arrugadas. Like, you know, we just put them up.
Yeah, honestly, we're just trying to make the best out of everything.
Yeah, make it work right now, and you know.
And just like kind of the mindset that you say, let's just do it.
Yeah, a lot of the things that we that I told Joanna and that I tell people, you just start. You just gotta do it. You know, especially when we first started going to the gym together. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, you just gotta go. You just gotta start. Even no matter, don't worry about, I don't have the right gear. I don't have the right clothes, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Just start. Eventually, you're gonna build yourself up, you know? And that's our plan. You know, our plan is hopefully in a couple of weeks, or, you know, we maybe get a little area, a little studio set up. You know, definitely we'll have something in here so it won't sound so empty.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little couch, a little backdrop or something. Make everything a little more professional.
Yeah.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Just for right now, we're just making the best out of it and just putting ourselves out there and just trying something new and see like where it can go.
Yeah.
And just trying it out.
I don't know, expect some kind of content from us. I mean, we're definitely enjoying it. You know, we're enjoying working on ourselves. Definitely on a self-growth journey. You know, our own person and together. You know, expect content.
Definitely,
post on Instagram.
definitely see us on Instagram, TikTok for sure, because those are the platforms we use.
We use the most. TikTok, Instagram, yeah.
Right now, we're trying to see how
maybe
this
YouTube
goes.
a little bit, little podcast. You know, we don't want to make them too long, just so we don't bore you guys. You know.
But just let us know what you guys think, honestly, because
any pointers.
We're learning as we go, pretty much. Any topics that you guys.
Any topics, any questions you guys might have for us, you know, regarding anything we might have talked about today. You know, I think different episodes we're going to get into different little things here and there. But for the most part, we're going to try to catch up with each other and let you guys know what we're into too, what's going on with our life.
Yeah.
Un poco de chisme por aquí, por allá, you know.
The tea is good.
Yeah. La cultura de uno, how we grew up, how, you know, how we view a lot of these things, especially being Mexican American, you know, trying to navigate our culture from both ends, you know, having to learn a lot of these things and process a lot of these things, you know, that we're going through and, you know, we've gone through in life overall. Yeah. So there's todo, you know.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll see how.
Episode 1 is done. Not bad.
Let's take a shot. Just kidding.
Take a shot.
I'm just kidding.
Pues sí, no pasa nada. You know, life gets tough.
No pasa nada.
No pasa nada.
No pasa nada, oiga. Entienda.